Hello everyone and welcome to LUCAYA Pointe, built by GHO here in Vero Beach. We're actually here off of 41st Street. It's about a 6-minute drive over to the beach from where I'm standing right now, but we're gonna dive into all that here a little bit later. But right now I wanted to get into some just bedside manners right now. First of all, my name is Pensch. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm a realtor here on the East Coast of Florida. If you're looking for a channel that goes over everything, including the new communities coming to all across the East Coast, make sure to like this video, tap that subscribe button, and hit that notification bell. We're gonna upload videos here more frequently. I'm probably gonna be going roughly about 3 times a week, where I'm gonna be mixing up between the in the office videos and out here in person doing these types of style videos as well. So if we're gonna keep on moving down here and make our way into the community right now, you can see the entranceway. So go ahead and point on over there just to kind of show what we have going on here. Lots of coconut palms, very Florida style builder that we have with GHO. And we're just gonna go ahead and make our way in there now. So we're gonna go over all sorts of things in this video, mostly talk about the location and why that matters to you and what can be important about that, what the standard features are that GHO has that other builders here in the area charge extra for, and just go over all the other details that you need to know before making that move. So the first stop we're gonna do right now is get into the Magnolia 21. It's a model home here that they just completed, and this neighborhood just started, so I'm really excited to show you guys what's going on here. All right, so now we made our way over here to the Magnolia 21. So the Magnolia 21 is one of the larger floor plans that we have here in LUCAYA Pointe. So GHO, just to kind of briefly go over what GHO is, they're a really well-known local builder here in the Vero Beach and Sebastian area. They also make their way down to Port St. Lucie as well. So there's quite a few different neighborhoods that you can use as an example that have already done and already been made kind of as an example for what this builder has to offer. So now what they're doing, when we walk in there, you'll see that they have high 12 to 14 foot ceilings. This one's, like I said, is going to be about 2,600 square feet, so one of the larger options that we have here. We've got a model home across the street that we'll be going into that's a little bit smaller. So if 2,200 square feet is about what you're looking for, that is going to be where we're going to go. So what I really like about this neighborhood and what GHO is doing in here, you don't see from a lot of other builders, is that the fact that you get a private pool with every single house within here. So a 10 by 20 is a standard size pool that's going to come by here. You can also upgrade to extend that to a 10 by 28. And there's also a new upgrade that they are offering here that's in the back of this model home that we're about to see, and that's with a hot tub jacuzzi type of option. So in this neighborhood, there are 108 total lots that are going to be for sale here, including the model homes that will eventually be put for sale. But within those 108 lots, you have 6 different floor plans you can choose from. So within those 6 floor plans, there's also an additional one that's going to be the villa. So I've already had a villa on the back corner here be put under contract, so things are moving, and they are being put up for sale with about a 12-month turnaround time. But on top of that, there are also some spec homes that'll be done a little bit quicker than that as well. So if you're looking to move into something a little bit quicker, more turnkey, and then you wanted to go with just the spec options that GHO has already chosen. And the reason I like the spec options is because they've taken their long history of everything that they've done in the past as far as design-wise and what people are looking for now. They've got a whole team of professional designers that are choosing these, and they're kind of going with more, I'm not gonna say middle of the road, because a lot of just the standard options with GHOs you'll see is higher end, but they kind of go with like level 3 out of level 5 for these spec homes to keep the costs down, but also make it to where it's appealing to just about everyone who is shopping for a more turnkey, ready-to-go house. So let's go ahead and get inside the Magnolia 21 and see what we have in there as well. All right, so now we're standing inside the Magnolia 21. This is the largest single-family home that GHO has to offer within LUCAYA Pointe. And you can right off the bat see that the high ceilings here, around 12 to 14 feet, are one of the standard features that come with the house. So this is not an upgrade raising the ceilings. This is just the general floor plan or general blueprint of what's going to be coming into any Magnolia 21 option that you choose. There are some upgrades inside this model, of course, But a lot of the standard features that I wanted to get into later are gonna really shock you about what's given to you just with the base price. First of all is gonna be the pool, and we're gonna be stepping outside there in a second to go over the other fees and things that come along with being in this neighborhood. And in this Magnolia 21, it is 2,626 square feet is gonna be around there. I think you can extend it a little bit by maybe extending out some portions of the living area and the dining room area. But what is gonna be here is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath option plus a den, and also a 3-car garage is gonna be coming with that as well. All right, so now we're standing inside the Cypress. This is gonna be their most affordable option, also one of their smaller homes here that is still single family. It comes in at 2,241 square feet. It is a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath option. So the half bath up the front of the house is very nice to have when you have guests. It is also a 3-car garage, which is something that, not a lot of builders have with their smaller single family homes that they have in the neighborhood. So this really is an exclusive style neighborhood that comes with a lot of options standard. And within here, we have also the standard pool on the back here as well. So this is the 10 by 20 standard size pool. We're gonna hop out there in just a second so we can get a good look at that. So that's gonna be what comes with the house just off of the base price. This is without upgrading to the 28-foot size model or also the jacuzzi one that we saw at the last one at the Magnolia. All right, so now it's time to go over the summary of the 7 different floor plans, including the villa, the Seabreeze, to go over with this 108 lot site plan that we have at LUCAYA Point. So the first one, the Cypress. The Cypress is the one that we went into. It was the smaller model home offered at a 2-bedroom, 2.5 bath with a den and a 3+ car garage option. So what that means is that there is a 3-car garage, and then you could also have an additional space towards the back for a workplace, offered at 2,241 square feet plus. The Amaryllis is next. That is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath with a den and a 3-car garage option, offered at 2,368 square feet. Next, we have the Azalea 21. That is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath with a den, 2-car garage option at 2,551 square feet. Then we have the Magnolia 21. The Magnolia 21 is the model home that we started off in. That is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath with a den, 3-car garage option at 2,626 square feet plus. Then we have the Camellia 21. That is a 3-bedroom, 2.5 bath with a den, 2-car garage offered at 2,643 square feet. Then we have the Dahlia 21. That is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath with no den, 3+ car garage at 2,657 square feet. And then to move on to the villas, there's a whole row in the back dedicated to just the Seabreeze villas. That is a 3-bedroom, 3-bath with no den, 2-car garage option offered at 2,244 square feet. So something to remember with the villas, especially it's only one floor plan, but they offer 3 different elevations to that floor plan to mix it up. So each side is not going to match exactly. They're going to have different elevations that, differ the houses to where it doesn't look very cookie cutter and all the same. So let's go ahead and jump back to the video. So now that we're out here by the pool, the first thing that I wanted to talk about is the prices and fees that come with living in LUCAYA Point. So the first thing I wanted to talk about, and the most important one that I've already discussed a little bit before previously in this video, but I wanted to emphasize the point, is the fact that the pool is actually included with the base price of the homes here in LUCAYA Point. So to go over the base prices, they tend to range from about $792,000 to $846,000 just as a starting price. So you do have different premiums, lot premiums that are going to be included in that as well. So between $80,000 and $140,000 to be on the lake, but there's also a lot of circumstances in here to where the lot is actually included within the base price just on the standard lots that are not sitting on the lake. So you pay a premium to be here, but you're not paying anything to be on the other side in most circumstances with the standard size lots. So also something else I wanted to go over in this section are the standard features too. So the impact windows and doors that we saw when we were inside, that all comes as a standard with GHO. You do not have to pay extra for those. we've seen as high as $15,000 to $20,000 additional from other builders around the area that are charging that kind of price for an upgrade like that. So a good rule of thumb when picking your upgrades is to add about maybe 8 to 10%. The reason I go down as low as 8% is because, like I said, a lot of the standard features are going to be what you would include within another builder here within the area. So the HOA fees for LUCAYA Pointe are about $227 a month. You do not get any amenities, and you know, one of the salespeople's jokes is the one park bench is actually the amenities. So that's going to be something that is included with it is the private pool. You're not going to get a community pool with a fitness center, clubhouse, bocce ball courts, tennis courts like you do with some other things. And if you just want to have a little bit more of a private lifestyle, this is going to be where you want to keep your focus. So now I said $227 a month for the HOA fees, but that does not include if you're in a villa. So if you're in a villa, obviously you're going to be spending a little bit less because the lawn maintenance will be less, but the pool size will be the same. I forgot to mention that before. It's going to be still the standard 10 by 20 pool size that you will get on each side of the villa with a 6-foot privacy wall. So that's definitely something that you would want to consider too if you're trying to keep the cost down low. But it's going to be $187 a month for the HOA fees if you're living in a villa versus the $227 for the single family homes. Now within that $227 or $187 to $227, you're going to be getting your gate maintenance, your lawn care, fertilizer, and irrigation. All is going to be included with that, so no need to hire a third-party lawn maintenance company. That's all going to be helping to maintain the aesthetic of the neighborhood itself. So before we jump into the availability of LUCAYA Pointe, I wanted to point out the importance of this sign right here. So the spray foam insulation that's up in the attics, that is a huge feature that you don't see with these other builders around the area. And GHO really stuck out by having this sign here. They wanted to make sure that, you know, they spent good money on this sign. So they wanted to make sure that everyone knew what they were getting when it came to the energy savings that's going to be put into your home. So not only does it cool down your attic, because an attic in Florida in the middle of the summer can be between 130 to 140 degrees. Not only does it do that, but it translates down into the energy savings of your home and allows you to actually run more efficiently with a smaller air conditioning unit than with a larger unit that you would need to compensate for that extra heat coming in through the roof and into the attic. So definitely something I applaud GHO for. I think that's a great feature to add to all these homes. Let's get to the availability. So now it's time to go over the availability here of LUCAYA Pointe. You can see some new construction homes being built behind me right now. So we have currently 3 spec homes that are being offered anywhere between 7.5, so that's $766,000 range, and that's going to be for the villa, the Seabreeze, all the way up to the $900,000 range. But remember, these are spec homes that are supposed to be completed within spring of 2023. So this is quick move-in. If you have a situation where maybe your house is under contract, or you plan on putting it up for contract or for sale soon, but you need somewhere to move into afterwards, that is going to be the place that you want to look into, because the build-out times from start to finish after picking your design and going over everything is going to be about a 12-month turnaround time. So you're going to need to plan ahead for that. So right now we currently have 12 under contract. So there's 12 that are completely gone, and you lost the availability for that. There's 108 total lots in here, and then there's currently 17 green dots on the spec home on the site plan, and the green dots indicate that these lots are available to lock in and pick your house right now. So that's something to consider. Now it's time to jump into the location and why that matters to you. All right, so now we're standing outside of the Public Center here at Harbor Point. This is only about 2.1 miles, so just a couple of miles, very quick trip over here from LUCAYA Pointe. There's also another Publix Plaza at the Treasure Coast Plaza, and that's going to be about 2.5 miles away from there. So very convenient location, being off of 41st Street. You're still pretty central. You're only about 3.5 miles away from the beach, so that's a big highlight point, being east of US 1 there. So being 3.5 miles away from the beach, you have that bridge, the Barber Bridge, that's going to be easily accessible to take you over to Ocean Drive, where you find several restaurants, shops, and bars all up and down Ocean Drive. Also little boutique plazas as well, and other little shop, family-owned shops there too, all up and down Ocean Drive. You're also just a few miles away, I think about 2 to 3 miles away from downtown Vero Beach. So if going down to Ocean Drive every time, if you kind of get a little bit tired of that and you want to mix up the scene and head on more towards the mainland and see the historic downtown that we have to offer here in Vero Beach, that's only about 2.2 to 2.5 miles away from LUCAYA Pointe. So very convenient location. All right, guys, so that is a wrap for this video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Again, if you have any questions or concerns before making that move down here to the East Coast of Florida, make sure to give us a call, shoot us a text, or send us an email, because I promise we'll have your back when making that move here to the Florida East Coast. You guys have a great rest of your weekend. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you later. Bye.